Hi, I'm Hub Arkus, publisher and editor here at Pro Football Weekly, along with our senior editor and fantasy expert, Mike Wilkeny. This is the Fantasy Ticker. We try and give you a few guys you want to find on the waiver wire every week to help your team along. And Wilkie, let's start with the quarterbacks. Who should folks be looking for this week?
You know, I think Shaun Hill of the Lions and Nick Foles of the Eagles are two guys to look at. I think owners in all leagues should be looking at them. Yeah, they're guys that may not start this week. Now, Hill more likely perhaps than Foles because of Matthew Stafford's injury. But it's not just Stafford's injury. It's the idea that these are two high-powered offenses. These are two backups that can play a little bit. In the case of Foles, Vic has really struggled. In the case of Shaun Hill, we saw what he did in Week 3 when he went in the game. So if I had to pick one, I might lean towards Hill in terms of the more normal and bigger impact this week. But I think both have value.
All right, folks, you've got Chris Johnson. You're worried about your running backs. Who are you looking for on the waiver wire here?
You know, I think there's two Dolphins that stand out to me. That's Daniel Thomas of the Dolphins and also Lamar Miller. Thomas might be the better Week 4 sort of proposition, particularly if Reggie Bush can't go. Lamar Miller has shown some promise early this season. So I tend to think that both of these guys should be added in more leagues than not this week.
You know, for whatever reason, the value of wide receivers and tight ends has increased exponentially in recent years in fantasy. Anybody on the waiver wire right now folks should be looking at?
You know, Andrew Hawkins of the Bengals is a guy that I think has stood out in a couple of ways, in the sense that the targets were up in Week 1 and then 2 touchdowns of longer than 50 yards in Weeks 2 and 3. He's a playmaker. He can also be a big part of that offense. And also Brandon Myers of the Raiders, not a household name by any stretch, but he's been targeted 15 times this year, 15 catches. He clearly has Carson Palmer's respect and trust.
Maybe you've got your first bye this week. Maybe you're just looking for a better defense. Wilkie, I got a hunch I know where you're going here.
The Atlanta defense appeals to me in a lot of ways. The Carolina offense, I think, has not maybe hit its stride yet. In Atlanta's 7 picks, 3 games. You're looking for big plays if you're trying to find a defense on the waiver wire. Atlanta really fits the bill.
Picks to click for you here at the Fantasy Ticker. We bring it to you every week, as well as all the best in news, notes, and analysis, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right here at ProFootballWeekly.com.